Hey there. Today the moon goes into Virgo, and following the Leo moon energy, the fire energy, the bold, courageous, putting yourself out there energy, we have Virgo, a earth sign that wants us to roll up our sleeves, get our hands on something, work on it, shape it, perfect it, and bring it into a better form. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Wednesday, March 12th. Don't you just love how the zodiac energies flow from one to the next to the next? So we have following that creative, throw the paint on the canvas energy of Leo. We have Virgo that really gets into the details, really working the materials to make them, shape them closer to perfection, make them more of what we want, and help to really attend to the details to get where we want to be and improve upon what we began, right, by putting things out there. So we're also heading into a lunar eclipse that will be exact just before midnight Pacific time on Thursday, March 13th. So early morning, if you're on the Eastern time zones, early morning Thursday. So right in that right in that time region. And then we have this Virgo moon coming up to full, where we are right now with that building energy, that coming into the full moon, that reaching of the culmination point. So we're already feeling the eclipse energies. If things feel a little chaotic or wonky, we're dealing with some of that eclipse energy coming. We also have Mercury going retrograde coming up here. So, and the sun is joining up with Saturn early this morning. So just around 3:30 a.m. on Wednesday for that exact Sun Saturn conjunction, and that is Pacific time. So adjust for your own time zone. But that energy of the sun joining up with Saturn is putting the pressure on the sense of who you are, right? So sun has to do with identity. It has to do with how you express yourself in the world, who you are, who you see yourself as, how you project yourself in the world. And that's why Leo is ruled by the sun, right? It's that big, shiny solar energy. And so it's creativity, it's self-expression, it's how we share ourselves outwardly, but it is also how we view ourselves. And so the sun reminds us of where we are working on our identity, where we are noticing who we are, what we're learning, right, as we express ourselves and shine in more authentic ways. So with the sun's conjunction to Saturn, we have the Saturnian pressure. So remember that Saturn is about boundaries and limits, and it pushes those hard limits, it places them there so that you can bump up against them or know that they are there, because that energy of pressure pushes you to get creative. It pushes you to grow, to learn, to figure things out, to gain in skill and competence and wisdom, and to be learning how to be more of who you are through creatively figuring out how to be what and express yourself in the ways that you need to. So we have this pressure of Saturn, and we have the eclipse energy, the eclipse being in with the moon in Virgo. And I apologize for my email. If you're on my email list, I sent out the email about the Virgo eclipse with the wrong subject line. So it said Pisces eclipse. It's a Virgo lunar eclipse with the sun in Pisces. So apologies for that, but do know this is a lunar eclipse in Virgo, and we are focusing on how to find our path of service. So, what does it look like? What does it mean? What does it feel like to be helpful, useful, able to contribute, and doing that by being willing to roll up your sleeves and do what is going to be helpful, whether it feels glamorous or not, right? Probably it doesn't feel glamorous. That's the whole point of Virgo, is that it's a willingness to work hard. It's a willingness to get your hands on things, to get dirty, to make them happen, to do the real steps of making something better. So, what does that look like for you? Asking yourself how you can be of service through your own authentic self expression, through being who you are. And let me come back for a minute to this Saturn energy one more time. So if you think of Saturn as like the hardest teacher you ever had, right? Somebody who's like, nope, that's not good enough. Nope, go back, do it again, right? It's so annoying, right? It's so annoying in the moment, but it forces you to get creative. And hopefully, right, the best teachers really do care about you and your growth and what you're becoming and you being the very best you can be. And that's why they ask you to do it again, because you learn from that. You figure out how to do it better. You find the creative ways to do what seemed impossible or what you didn't know how to do. You figure it out. And when you figure it out, guess what? Now you have more skills. Now you have more wisdom. Now you have more understanding of how things work. So Saturn is that kind of teacher. Saturn is the kind of teacher that says, not good enough, go do it again, which is so annoying. But at the same time, when you look back at it, you realize, oh, that really actually helped me learn some things that I wouldn't have known any other way. Some of the hardest life experiences we have are that as well, right? So looking back at some of the hardest life experiences you've ever had and how you grew, what you learned from them, how you had to get creative, how you had to reach deep inside to find your own inner strength, your own inner resources, and figure out how to meet the challenge and get through it and get to the other side, hopefully even better, as even more of yourself. So this full moon Virgo energy, we're in the Virgo moon most of the day today, and thinking about what in your life needs improvement, where you need to shore up some of your systems, clean things up, get them working better, oil the gears, repair the little things that are not working right, clean the corners so that you have the space to work, get the clutter out of the way, right? Where this is about cleaning, clearing, repairing, fixing, improving, maintaining. So looking at your life and what needs some attention from you, and do it with reverence. So all the Pisces energy that we have right now is also, so that's Sun in Pisces, Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces. It's all reminding us to be in the flow of the bigger picture. So you are representing the bigger picture of the divine, whatever that is for you, however you view that. You are representative of the universe, nature, the cosmos, and to have the humility to acknowledge that you are a, a small part of that bigger whole, but at the same time, you are also a representative, allowing that bigger flow of divine truth to flow through you. So, how does that show up in your life? And thinking about your self care in terms of what helps you to do the work and take the steps and help to improve and maintain and clean and clear and fix whatever in your life could be working better without seeing it as something that needs to be extra stressful. It shouldn't feel stressful, right? Stress is the opposite of self care. So don't stress out over stuff. Do it in the flow. Go, oh, I think I have a minute. I'll take care of the dishes on the counter or whatever is in my way or whatever has been needing to be fixed that I have been ignoring for a while, right? Or in denial about it needing some attention. So do it in your flow. Take that deep breath. It can actually be fun when it's when you're just saying, "Oh, I will do that when the timing is right." And then boom, when the timing is right, actually it is a lot easier than it sounds. So hopefully you get what I'm saying. It really like it it is an act of service, it is an act of effort, but it is also something that can be in your flow and that you can feel good about doing even while you're doing something that maybe is not the most fun task in the world. You can feel good about it because you're contributing to something greater and you're being a representative of something greater as you work to improve and make the environment and systems around you work more smoothly, more effectively, and more efficiently. Good old Virgo. All right. So, and I have a guided meditation that can help you work with these energies, that can help you feel that support of the bigger picture of the divine, whatever that is for you, and how it supports you and can support you to be in your own flow and to trust your own flow. So that guided meditation is only $15 and can work with this intense lunar eclipse energy that is really eclipses bring in energies that are bigger picture, right? They last longer, they ripple out a little more, they tend to be important points that we look back on in our lives and things that may have happened around an eclipse that turn out to be pretty significant in terms of who we are and turning points in our lives and things like that. So check out the guided meditation. It's $15. I'll put the link in the video description. It's also on my website, astrologyheals.com. I'm Marina Orms. Thanks for being here. And if you missed my video from Sunday, I had a little more detail on tomorrow's lunar eclipse. So check that out as well. Video from Sunday on the Virgo lunar eclipse. And thanks for being here. And thank you for subscribing and for supporting this YouTube channel. I so appreciate you. And I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self care. Bye for now.